we take them to one camp in January, one in February, one in March, 2 in April, 2 in May, and June starts the season. We're going to take them all to Yellowstone National Park for a day, for free day. That's after Nationals on the way home. And then after we leave there, we make a straight shot for the Santa Clara. Great non-stop run.
Seattle, New Jersey, Wisconsin, California. 8 drum corps from all over the country came to Stillwater, Minnesota to have fun, to perform, to compete. 128 members per corps, ranging from age 13 to 21. A variety of horns, drums, flags, and costumes. Music and color, showmanship and dedication. These are the sights and sounds of Drum Beauty 81.
Okay, he wants to drop him off here. If he can make it, that's cool. He will go for it.
Chris, smile.
A friend just brought me into practice one day, and I liked it, so I decided to stay, and I've been here ever since.
There's a lot of girls in the Guard right now that have been in for a good 6 years. Summer we have 32 marching spots, and then we have like 4 alternates that carry equipment on and off the field because we change equipment a lot.
This is my first year with Vanguard. I marched with another corps before.
It's been such a long time since I've had a real summer. For me, this is all I've done for as long as I can remember.
I had bad knees before. It had happened before, but not this bad. I was just stretching out to go run, and it popped out.
Quiet, please. You must be quietly confident. You must believe that you are the best marcher and the best player in the world. Total pride and total confidence is what we need. Quiet confidence.
We are constantly changing things in the show, constantly, and when we don't change things, we work on them. You know, what they call clean them, and you try to make them so that they're exact. So everybody's doing the exact same thing, and that takes time and a lot of work. So you never really get bored.
And 1 and 2 and. Quite so much worse, Tina.
The days in drum corps of having a high caption, one high caption out of the 3 or 4, either marching, percussion, horns, or general effect, doesn't make it anymore. You have to be complete, a total thing. You must be excellent in all captions.
We go through a pretty heavy audition thing. When a new student comes in, what he has to do is play for us. We give him a bugle, and you have to understand that the bugles are keyed differently than their normal trumpet and trombone and everything they're used to in high school, college bands. And we let him mess around with it for about an hour. It's not that intense because we understand that the kids aren't used to the instruments. And so what happens is if they can produce a real nice tone and they've got good range and good flexibility, then we take them on sort of a probationary thing.
There's a lot of girls that try out that aren't that talented to begin with, but when we do the tryouts, we teach a lot of the basics and things like that, see how they catch on and things.
That whole thing is at the same level. You don't go
There's a pretty good number that don't make it. and I was one of the lucky ones. I was the only one in the line that I marched in the tenor line that made the line. And basically the people that don't make it usually either just give up or practice a lot and come back next year.
There's 60 horn spots, and there's probably about 30 people came back from last year. A lot of people from out of state, and there must have been about at least 80 people at some rehearsals. I had a lot of doubt.
Well, I'll tell you, when I first came into auditions for this corps, this is my first year, I came in with confidence, and that's the number one thing you have to have is confidence.
Madison's always been my favorite corps, because as soon as they always came onto the field, I knew. You can tell. They marched into the stadium and you knew that there was something special about the group.
I've had 4 brothers in the corps. I have 1 marching in Santa Clara Vanguards right now. They've all marched Madison Scouts. It's been quite a big family in our house.
Well, there's several things I really get out of it. One is the community generated within the group. I mean, we're really close. And another thing I like is the traveling and the competition. And just playing my instrument as much as we do. Like we play 2 or 3 hours a day at least.
Our director always tries to say that we're apart away from the world because we do things different and we try to keep tradition, and I like tradition a lot.
It's been something really special that sometimes it tears you apart inside, and most of the time it overwhelms you. I've learned more about my playing here than I have most of the time that I've been in college so far.
Is there life after drum corps? I don't know.
You know, this is our favorite place.
This is nice.
We consider Stillwater home. We always look forward to coming to Stillwater. We start our first rehearsal and the corps just locks in. All of a sudden, all the problems are past. Now they know it's time to get serious about what we do, and it's a real hype for the kids.
People that I'm worried about the most would be Santa Clara. They've come a long way since last year. They've been able to come from behind and beat us before, and as far as being worried, that's the only people I'm worried about. Actually, we're trying to better ourselves. Our only competition really is us, to a point, because we are the best, and when you're the best, you've got to push forward all the time.
Greatest show in the whole town, in the whole Twin Cities, this time of year.
Oh,
yeah. We've seen it for years.
You get more excited every year, and it's just so much fun. I just get jumping up and down.
The show of the year. Gone to Drum Beauty ever since it started, and that must be 15 years.
It's my first time here.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. I saw the Rivermen at one of the football games, and I was really impressed, so we thought we'd come out and see them.
Are you drum corps fans?
Fanatics. It's easy for us to get really excited
so.
because we're right in front of the crowd, and they're yelling and screaming, and you get really excited, and you tend to go with the crowd instead of going with the corps. You get lost in the crowd.
Right, you lose track of what you're doing, so instead of having your mind on the show, you get lost in the hype, and you just kind of, you know.
You really have to concentrate that much? Oh, yeah. Totally. All the time. 100%.
You have, 100%. You know, you have drill and you have music, and, you know.
You don't have time to think about anything else. If you're not thinking about your show, you're going to screw up, and then...
Yeah, exactly.
If you think about the crowd or, you know, anybody besides what's happening on the field, you just lose everything.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we begin this evening's competition. From Stillwater, Minnesota, the Rivermen. 1, 2, 3, 4. a former 3-time world champion. From Santa Clara, California, the Santa Clara Vanguard. Are the judges ready? From Major Mike Zapata, are the Santa Clara Vanguard ready? Then take the field for competition. Clara Vanguard. Are the Madison Scouts ready? You may take the field for competition. the Madison Scouts.
Tonight, good places and bad places.
Well, pretty good overall. There were times in the opening song that I'm the guard instructor, and it was a little shaky, but I made big changes in our drum solo today, and they came off really well tonight. I felt it built a lot better. The show overall lacked a little emotion, but I thought it's a bit better than we've been seeing the last couple nights, and I think we're on our way now.
Well, we had a very good crowd response tonight. It was a lot of fun when the crowd responds and claps for you, and we had a lot of fun out there, I think, tonight.
We saw a couple mistakes, but it was a pretty good show overall.
Does the director see the mistakes?
The director sees the mistakes.
definitely.
More than the crowd sees.
Yeah.
Yes, you know when it stinks.
It felt good tonight, even before we went on the field, so it was good. It was wet out there. Had a great time, and I think that's what's important, is having a great time.
Not enough warm-up. Yeah. The opener, I just wasn't warmed up at all. It took me till halfway through the production.
Yeah, it's just like it's not really there yet, but it'll come. It'll come.
I don't know whether it was more or less a hometown crowd or what, but I really enjoyed performing for them. I think they enjoyed the show. Oh, yeah. They turn us on, we turn them on, they turn us on. It's just a snowball effect to the end of the show. I really love it.
I wish it rained during Malaguena, man. That would have been really good, but very powerful show. Very nice.
But I'm just glad we got the crowd on their feet. YLCD Drum Corps.
In eighth place, score 6-2.15. The Rivermen. In seventh place, score 6-4.15. The Seattle Imperials. In sixth place, score 6-6.45. The Blue Stars. In fifth place, score 79.75. The Garfield Cadets. In fourth place, score 82.10. Winner of high drums, the Bridgemen. In third place, score 82.35. The Santa Clara Vanguard. In second place, score 84.35. The Madison Scouts. First place, with a score of 85.50, the Blue Devils.
Is there life after drum corps? I don't know.